What is up, people? I am back, and I thought I sold this car. I really did think I sold this car. Why do I still have you? Get out of here. What the heck? Do I still have all... Did I not sell them? No. Oh, it didn't... Oh. It didn't save that. No, don't tell me. Don't. No, that's not what I want to do. Career controls, sell car. Yeah. Now where is it? Reduce heat. Where is it? Reduce heat. Reduce heat. Reduce heat. Reduce heat. Alright. Everything's good. So now I'm just gonna use my skyline because yeah. Now customization, let me do performance, because if that didn't save, then yeah, that didn't save either. Okay, now hopefully, okay, good, it saved everything else. So now let's go do this race wars. But thank you guys for actually watching my single player videos. I know single player games can sometimes not be as fun, so it really means a lot to me that you guys actually watch these. I mean, it means a lot that I actually have fans. I never thought that I'd actually have fans. I never thought that I'd actually have people that wanted to watch my videos, but thanks to you guys, I actually have that, which is amazing. And I only thought people would get fans after they got like millions of subscribers, that people would actually be like, oh, I'm a this guy fan, I'm a this guy fan. But the people are actually fans of me and I'm only at 47. That's actually amazing. I love it. And I'd actually like to know more about all my fans, because, you know, if I ever get big, then I want to know as much about my fans as possible. Yeah, but I know it's not going to be possible, so I'm thinking, you know, try to get to know everyone now, and then when I'm big and if I have the opportunity to meet you guys or something like that, at least I'll know a little bit about you, so it won't be awkward, because I'm a very awkward person in real life. I'm very awkward, trust me. I mean, I'm in college now. College is the most awkward years. Screw high school, it's all college. College is the awkward years. High school is all about finding yourself. College is all about finding out, like, what yourself is. Yeah, philosophical right there, boom. But seriously, college really is all about, okay, you spent all your high school years finding yourself, but now the world doesn't even care who you are. Go out there, get a job, and live life. Which sucks, which really sucks, because it really puts all your high school problems in perspective. It's more like, yeah, you had to go through this, but we also really don't care, so please. That's why people say, like, your high school problems end after high school. It's not because they actually do end, it's because the world just doesn't care at all. It's like, oh, you had to go through this? Well, I'm sorry, everyone had bad life in high school. So please, you know, just do your work, we'll be fine. I mean, you'll find people that do care, and those are the people you hold close and dear, but other than that, the world doesn't care. Which sucks, which really sucks, because, you know, there's some people out there that have a stick up their butt. There's some people up there that can't take a joke. There are some people up there that are politically correct. There are people out there that are feminist. I mean, the older you get, the more you start noticing these types of people, and it's really where you find out where you're at. And I'm the type of person that will accept you no matter what. I mean, as long as you don't harm me or who I love, I will accept you. That's who I am. Oh, I clocked the crap out that car. But that's who I am, and I will accept you no matter what. I mean, I believe all people were created equal. I stand by America completely 100% like that. All people were created equal. I'm sorry, my girlfriend's going through something right now. I have to text. yeah. Someone is awake. Or going to work or something, I don't know. But, continue this talk in a second, I gotta concentrate. Because this guy caught up again? Really? This... Oh crap, I drifted. This race sucks. This race really sucks. Now that I'm in a faster car than before, I actually will have a good chance of beating this race. Which is good. Which is really good. But yeah, everyone's created equal. No matter what anyone tells you, no one is better than you. There's no one out there better than you. We're all created equal. We all have a choice to live our lives, and for as short as our lives are on this planet, comparatively to how long this planet is around, it has been around and is going to be around, it's so significant that you have to think, am I really going to spend my short time here hating other people? Because I'm not going to say life flies by, because sometimes it doesn't. Especially if you have problems, life is not going to fly by. You are going to have to endure through a lot of life. And it's a rare occasion where you find someone that will understand your problems, has problems. No one's perfect, so they'll probably have problems of their own. But you guys coexist, and you decide to coexist together. You call those friends and loved ones. Those are the people that, no matter what, will always be there for you. But yeah, sometimes life just throws you curveballs that you aren't prepared for and that you have to, well, live with. I mean, sometimes life will throw sucker punches that you have to live with. Sometimes life is just cruel. And, well, I'm sorry to say it, but you have to live with it. I mean, I couldn't find a job anywhere that would treat people with at least the common dignity of giving them sick days or anything. I mean, I think I get mandatory sick days, but if my job finds, I have the type of job that if they find out you faked it, you don't even get a warning. It's just automatic fire because they can replace me. And that's even if I get hired, because there's a couple things I have to do. First, I have to show up for the tour of the warehouse. It's a warehouse job. Then I have to what's it called? I have to take a drug test, which I know I'll pass. I'll pass the drug test. I don't do that. Then I will never do drugs. No, drugs are horrible for people. I've seen what they can do. They're horrible. But there are some times when literally, if you don't eat the right foods, it'll trigger the drug test and saying, oh, this guy has this in his system, when you actually don't. And it's horrible because you have to live with that result. Sometimes they'll allow you to retake the drug test, but most of the times jobs will just go off the first test. I mean, yeah, then such is life. Holy crap, I might have actually lost this race. That really sucks. I lost this race. Hold on. Yeah, that's race. The cars that I've been going against are way too fast. But, yeah. But seriously, if any of you guys are in high school, worried about life, you have good reasons to be. Because as soon as you're out of high school, no one's going to try to hold your hands. I know I have friends that have actually gotten kicked out of their houses as soon as they're 18. It's a part of life. Some parents just plan for you to be 18 so they can live their own lives and do it that way. I mean, I'm not saying your parents don't care about you, but they think that's what's best, is for you to stop relying on them and for you to go out in the world. I was blessed with a mom that was understanding enough not to throw me out in the street. But there are some people that don't have that. Some people I know had to pay rent since they were 16 years old. Before they're even legally an adult, they had to pay rent. And I mean, I can understand that too, but I mean, it's just sometimes there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, how hard it was for me to find a job, and it's still not even guaranteed I'll get the job because of factors I really can't control. Stop it. It's scary. I mean, I need this job, which is horrible. But I might not even get it. It's horrible that I need this job too. Out of all the jobs out there, this is the one that's gonna give me the chance. And if I blow this, then well, I'm gonna be the guy that blew a warehouse job. Which honestly, there are a lot of reasons you can blow a warehouse job, but this is for Ross Retails, and it just doesn't look that good on your record. Because yes, there is a record that some employment send to other employments. There are and sometimes this word just gets out from company to company if they're close to each other, if they're big companies or something. Word just gets out. And what sucks and what's horrible about it is there's some places out there that aim to hire students, but only if you're the top of the class. I mean, they won't give you even an opportunity to go there unless you have... I literally saw a bowling alley wouldn't hire you to clean shoes if you didn't have at least a 3.5 GPA in high school and a 3.0 GPA in college. Which honestly, those two are really hard to do for some people unless you have your full 100%, attention to it. And those same people, I know for a fact, come from homes where it's hard. Sometimes, yes, you are well off and you just can't get it sometimes, so you have to work double and twice as hard as other people, which some people don't understand because they assume that when you're well off, you're automatically smart, and that's a horrible thing to assume because everyone's built differently. But I also believe that's a horrible thing for No Child Left Behind because it's pressuring those kids that are built smarter than others, to their brain just develops faster than others, to have to wait for those whose brain develops either at a normal rate or at a slower than normal rate. Or it pressures teachers to teach all kinds of students, whether they have learning disabilities or not, and treat them all the same as the smart kids and everything, until you get into really high school, and then they start separating you based on how severe your mental capabilities or disabilities are. Which kind of sucks, but it's part of life. And yeah, life's just one big roller coaster that we all have to ride. There's no height requirements, but sometimes if you're... Well, and what's scary about this roller coaster is based on literally things you can't control. You can be judged, or you can be at risk for certain health problems that other people don't have to deal with just because they're not like you. Honestly, there's studies that are proving that tall people live shorter lives than shorter people. And that's possibly because their hearts have to work harder just so they can pump blood to everywhere. which kind of sucks and it's kind of scary, but I'm taller than average, so my life might just be shorter because of that. And it also sucks because, you know, I try just to help. I try to be helpful. I mean, try to be helpful to people, but then there are people out there that will hate you no matter what. I try to be nice to people, and there are people out there that hate you no matter what. No, everyone will not like you. On this world, everyone will not like you. It happens, and you just have to live with it. There are going to be people out there that are going to hate you just to hate you. Literally, I've had people hate me just because I was too nice. People hated me because I was too happy. People hated me because I smiled too much. It happens. But such is life, and you have to deal with it. And this is bullcrap. I mean, holy crap. I'm hitting this course almost perfect, and then these guys just come over here and they pass me like I'm nothing. I just gotta block him. Just gotta block him. Literally what I'm gonna do right now is block this guy from passing me. I'm at that point in the race where that's all I have to do. Come on, car, stop being sideways. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Crap! Come on, really? My car turned sideways and that cost me the race. Really? I hate this race, dude. This race is way too hard. This race is way too hard because everyone's in a tier 3 car, and the tier 3 exotics, I'm sorry, are better than my freaking tuner. And then there are tier 3 tuners that I just leave in the dust, but they put all the exotics in the front so that they have no problem of taking off, which is horrible and unfair to people that use tuners. Which really sucks. Which really, I mean, just is horrible. Okay, but yeah, sometimes life it's unfair as this game sets it. What the fuck? Why'd you stop? Why did you stop? That's a place where literally everyone just pumps the gas. Why did you stop? But yeah, well, life is sometimes unfair. Some people are born with a better deck. I mean, you heard Donald Trump. His lowest point of life is when his father sent him out with a small loan of $1 million to start his own business and company. I mean, compared to Donald Trump, yes, I can see how that's a small loan. But if you're trying to connect to the people, and you're trying to say that a small loan of $1 million is how you got your start, I'm sorry, but I know people that with that kind of money would have fed their families and gone back to college with that. But they couldn't. They had to stay in their dead-end jobs because none of us get small loans of $1 million. Because we have to work for our living. We have to fight every day just for what we have. And what we have, comparatively to Donald Trump, is very small. But comparatively to other countries, we are well off. Our poor are like other countries' middle class. Which is astonishing and amazing to say that our economy sucks right now, but comparatively to the world, our economy is actually not that bad. It's just people in America think they deserve the best, which I'm all for that. Think you deserve the best. Think that you deserve, but you have to be willing to work for it and not have to complain to our government. That's why the founding fathers set up our country this way. That's why they didn't want our government to have really that much of a foothold in business. Yes, safety regulations are a must, but the minimum wage, honestly, if you look in history for whenever they take the minimum wage away, because after they take the minimum wage away, people's cost of living actually goes down because countries don't have to charge as much for their prices because they don't have to pay their workers as much. And people are wondering why our people are outsourcing their jobs. It's not because they don't want to pay the minimum wage. It's literally because the price of working it, the price of paying someone here, with all the safety regulations and everything in place, which the safety regulations are a must. I will completely agree with that. But the minimum wage is not a must. But the price of paying someone to work here is a lot, and I mean a lot, higher than other countries. And people are getting mad at these guys for thinking about their business as a business, not as trying to make everyone happy, but as, okay, I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to stay competitive, I'm trying to keep my company afloat so that I don't have to declare bankruptcy, I'm trying not to have to sell off my company. And it's even worse for small shop owners because they have to hire these people, and just to get, whenever they want to expand, they have to hire people, and and with that, it's medical expenses and all this other things that aren't required, but most people are looking for in the job, especially if they have experience. And it's just horrible. And I'm sorry I'm ranting like this, but it's just, people need to wake up. People need to see the problems aren't our government. It's not our government. Stop complaining to our government to fix your problems, people. Think of your government as your parents. They are obligated to make sure that you have the best chance. But after you're 18, they can't really control that. They are obligated to, from when you're a child to when you're 18, to do anything they can to give you a better chance at survival. But when you're 18, when you're an adult, when you're old enough to make your own decisions, they can't control you anymore. And you begging them to have more control over you is horrible. That's like the people that stay at home with their mothers until they're in their mid 40s or something, and when their parents are gone, they don't know what to do. It's just horrible that people rely on our government like as a surrogate mother, crying to them like they deserve better when they don't, when they're not willing to work for something better. Our government's not just gonna give you what you want. You have to take it. You have to be like I just did. You have to fight out. You have to fight out with other people that are possibly even better trained for the kind of job you want than you, and you have to take it from them. You have to show the company why you're a better fit. And that was a very stupid decision. I might have actually just lost this race because of that. But it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and people just don't get it. And for California, where I live, our state has one of the higher unemployment rates, but we also have some of the most jobs, which you guys are thinking, well, why does it have a higher unemployment rate, but less jobs? It's because there are so many people wanting to live here, and I'm sorry, but some people are just working. They can have the same specifications as you, but some people are willing to work cheaper. Some people are willing to work because they're willing to work cheaper because they have a family to take care of. And they're not just trying to be greedy, they're trying to think of others. So they'll work for cheaper just so that the companies will hire them instead of you. Even if they have less experience, I mean, they're willing to work for cheaper. And I'm sorry, but some companies don't hire for experience anymore. They hire for what's going to be most profitable for them, and just training a rookie and having him and taking some of his pay for training, which is honestly what my job is going to do, what my warehouse job is going to do to me. As long as I'm in training, they're going to take some of my pay just for the training. And instead of someone who's seasoned and knows what they're doing, which is horrible, and I just lost that race. There's no way I could catch that exotic. I have to have a good couple seconds on them. But yeah, it's a dichotomy that we have created for ourselves because we complain to the government saying, okay, we want you to control how we get paid. We want you to control how we live. And I'm not saying that if we take the minimum wage away, it's going to be better as soon as it happens. No, it's not, because people are still going to be demanding these high wages. I'm just saying it's going to get better over time, because companies will not have to, pay these people that are demanding these higher wages. They will not have to pay these people that are whining about it. They're just like, okay, go find a job somewhere else. And then these people are going to have to learn, okay, for me to be successful in this economy, I'm going to have to accept less just because I have less experience. And companies will want to pay more for people with more experience. But now they have to offer everyone the same just because they have to pay everyone a flat amount. So why pay someone who has experience but is demanding more when you could pay someone that has no experience and is demanding less? I mean, it's just the dichotomy that we have created for ourselves. And I mean, there are ambulance workers. They get paid $15 an hour. They spend years in medical school training for people, training to save people's lives, and then turn around. There are people at McDonald's that make $15 an hour, and they are complaining that they're making this $15 an hour. They are complaining that they are making this $15 an hour, and they don't have they don't have to pay for jack crap. I mean, honestly, on a McDonald's salary, the government's gonna help you pay for most of your college. I mean, I know that now. Because my friend, the government helped me pay for my classes, but everything else I had to pay for. But I have a friend who has his college completely paid off, and he has an extra like $3-4 grand at the end of it, just because his mother, who he relies on for everything, doesn't make it a lot of money. So he literally just get grants, not because he's smart, not because he's the best student. I mean, he's in geometry in college. He literally just gets grants because his mom doesn't have a well-paying job. Because his family is worse off than other families, he gets a higher paying job. Which is crazy that our government will actually pay like that. Our government will pay him so much just because his mom can't afford to help him as much as someone else's mom can afford to help them. Because the government literally, they only paid for my classes because classes can be expensive. I had to pay for everything else. Which is really why I needed this job. It's partly so I can fill out my own tax forms, and hopefully the government will actually help me out next year. But this FAFSA has already been filled out, and the FAFSA is how you receive grant money. And well, that means for like another year I'm actually gonna have to still stay with my mom, even though I'm gonna have a job. Even though I'm gonna probably have a job very soon, I still have to stay with my mom just because I'm not gonna be able to afford college without her, which is horrible. And as soon as I can do my own taxes, and as soon as I can, as soon as I can go out on my own and not have to worry about having to pay for college, I can do this. But it's the way our government's set up, is that people want them so intrusive in our lives that the government literally is paying so much money out of their butt for the people that don't have a lot, that they're ignoring people that are well off but can barely afford college just because of how the system is set up. It's horrible, and it's corrupt, and people are wondering why it's corrupt, and they're asking the government to become more corrupt just with these protests. I mean, I'm not saying that these protests are bad. I mean, we have a freedom of speech. We have the right to say what we want, but you can't just have a protest and look for the short gain. You have to look for the long gain. You have to look for, okay, how is this going to affect me in 5 years, 10 years? Do the research. Because 99% of what we protest today has happened before. So do the research. How How did it work out for them? How did our economy look? How did jobs look? How did everything look? I mean, we are the 99%. It's happened before. It's just people were less vocal about it before. We didn't have media that would stream it straight to our homes. People had radios, but that was about it. And now that it's coming straight to our homes, people are like, oh, this is corrupt. This is how society's been working for years. This is how America's become one of the greatest powers. And it was without minimum wage. It was without doing this. We became one of the most powerful and wealthy nations, and not because we controlled pricing. It's because we let our companies have competitive pricing, which honestly, competitive pricing made the cost of living even cheaper. It was like every store was like Walmart and Target. Every store was like that. But no, now now you can only buy a car. Instead of having cars be like everything else and being able to go into any store you want and being able to buy a car, now you have to go to specialized car shops. You have to go to freaking car lots just so that you can buy a car, which you don't have to do that for any other product in the United States. You don't have to do that for any other product really in the world, but for cars you have to go there. It's because car companies have a corrupt system that no one in our government really wants to take away, because they get paid out the butt for it. And the system states that they pretty much monopolize how cars are being sold. No big store can have competitive pricing over cars. So that's why no matter where you go, new model cars are always going to be the same price. I mean, you can find competitive pricing on used cars, but you can't have it on new model cars because they're fresh off the block. It's just horrible, and it's how our country has set up. And as you can see, I finally beat him, but it was horrible. But it's just horrible. I just don't understand how people can be so blind. But such is the world we live in, where people are quick to complain but not quick to try to better themselves. People are lazy. People expect the government to do everything for them. People expect the government to work for them and not to work as a government, as to try and compete with other governments. And again, this is an even worse race for them to freaking be braking in front of me, since this race is all about speed. But I mean, come on, gang, really? Now I gotta move up slowly, but
We can take this guy. Report up ahead. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah. Okay.
alright, but honestly, if you look in history, when we don't have these regulations set in place, when we don't have all these ways for big governments to make money, to not make money in place, they will have competitive pricing. They will have all these things that actually make our economy better in place, just because they want to stay in business. They don't have to worry about these government regulations that make it worse for the worker, that make it actually worse for the worker. They have to worry about things that, make it worse for them. Because this money that people demand doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes from, the people they're complaining about. And I lost. And it was honest. That was honestly because they kept stopping in front of me at the beginning there. Watch, they're not gonna. I'm gonna get around them this time, and I'm gonna win. It's because they won't stop in front of me this time. Get out the way. Get out the way. But it's horrible how people don't understand how their actions are actually affecting our economy. But I see these things and I paid attention in history, and this is horrible, but it's how it happens. And I'm sorry that this is a rant, but I mean, life is stressful right now, and I just had to get it off my chest. And I was thinking, hey, might as well do it to people that actually care about my opinion, right? And yeah, I'll start focusing more on the gameplay now, but it's just surprising things that people don't talk about or want to talk about. Get out the way. What the I'm sorry, but she pushed me into the wall again.
I'm so ready for this. Let's do it.
Nikki's useless on tracks like this because you draft. It's kind of wow, Nikki, you hit 185 on that. Good freaking crap. Holy.
That's your corner, so don't lose it now. Anytime. Hang in there. I'm in trouble. Hey, brake hard, hard.
Oh my, Nikki! Stop pushing me into this crap! She wouldn't move around it earlier. That's all she had to do. But yeah, it's just things that I've been thinking about for a while now. And I don't want you guys to change your views. I don't even want you guys to look up what I said, but if you want to look up what I said, it's all factual, actually. I didn't make any of that up. That's all actually happens. Our economy is better when there's no minimum wage. People are better off when there's no minimum wage. That's an actual thing, but it's the fact that people never notice it is what scares me. The people would rather live in ignorance than think about the short game instead of the long game, because people complain about pricing, but they also complain that the people that are paying them who give out these exact prices aren't paying them enough, so they complain that they want more, and they don't exactly realize that the two things coexist. You can't ask for better pricing. It's like don't bite the hand that feeds you. If you ever heard that expression, then it pretty much means that exact thing. You don't complain when someone's paying you. I mean, if you bite the hand that feeds you, then it's either the hand's gonna demand more from you, or it's gonna, not give you as much. Or it's gonna have to make you do something more, so we have to pay more since we keep biting the hand. Which is horrible, and I'm sorry that this part was just me complaining. Let me see if there's any actual races I could do real fast. Oh, a drift. I actually don't want to do that, so I'm just gonna actually end the part here. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this part. I'm sorry if you guys don't want to listen to this rant. I'll put a warning at the beginning of the video, probably. That just like a warning that states that I complain and everything, but hopefully you guys do it. And oh, I'm sorry. I have to show you guys this real fast. My cars. Oh, look at that. Look at my baby. That looks nice, don't it? That looks nice. Oh, but it's not until I do the muscle cars that I can actually have this. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I really do hope you guys actually enjoy my videos. Thank you guys for being my fans. I really do appreciate it. And well, peace.
What's up, people? I'm not gonna force you to, but like, favorite, subscribe if you want to. But remember, if you don't,
I'm gonna fuck all y'all bitches.